Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Chaotic News, and I wanted to do a video and discuss this topic, this subject, this controversy, this conspiracy called the Mandela Effect. Okay? And if you look up the Mandela Effect, the definition for the majority of the mainstream and what scientists are putting out is that basically it's an event where people are misremembering the same thing. And for example, Bernstein Bears. Everybody remembers it being Bernstein, like Stain, but for some reason, when you look up Bernstein Bears, it's Stein. Now, that's the major one, or one of the major ones that comes up. Now, why they call it the Mandela Effect is because the major one that people seem to fixate and that stands out to the majority of people is that Nelson Mandela died back in the 80s. But according to everything else, and we know if you look it up and find on Google, he died in 2016, I believe it is. I'll have to look that back up. Somebody can put in the comments when he died. But that's the thing, is there's a lot of people that say no, he died back in the 80s. I remember he was a prisoner and he died while he was in prison. Okay, so then you go into just all these trivial things, such as C3PO has a silver leg now. Okay, in my, whatever you want to call it, timeline, reality, my perception, C3PO never had a silver leg before. But now if you look up C3PO, you'll see in every picture basically that he has a silver leg now. Now you can find examples of C3PO not having a silver leg. And see, that's the thing with some of these things, is people are still finding evidence of the old examples, like Bernstein Bears. Somebody posted a picture on Facebook, which caused me to want to do this video because it's been 2 years since I did my last one. And it was an example of Bernstein Bears spelled Stain. Okay. And now their other examples are like Looney Tunes. Everybody remembers it Toons. But for some reason, when you look it up and you find it's Tunes. Now, you can go back and research and study why things changed, like the Home Depot. Okay, to me, it was Home Depot, but now for some reason, it's the Home Depot, and it's always been the Home Depot. And if you remember it as Home Depot, you just misremembered. You know, like the famous line from Star Wars, Luke, I am your father. It never was Luke, I am your father. It's no, I am your father. Okay? And if you remember it being Luke, I am your father, you're misremembering. And you're just a part of that category of people that, for some reason, the most popular thing in culture, well, one of the most popular things, Star Wars, is misremembered. Okay? Now, you can also find other examples of famous movies like Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. No. Now it's life was like a box of chocolates. And see, now Google has actually organized this to where you can just look up Mandela Effect and see all these examples of how it used to be to people, but how it is now. And what's causing this? Well, nobody really can actually give you a signifying reason. Now, you can go into a lot of other tangents and lines when you study this, because you're going to get into people saying that it has to do with CERN and that it has to do with them messing with our reality or our timeline. or it has to do with quantum computers. Now, I'm one of those people that believe quantum computers may, or it most likely is the cause, just because of the simple fact of how a quantum computer works. Now, here's the definition that Google gives you. All right. Now, how a quantum computer works, essentially, the basis understanding that I have is that they supercool this type of metal, and I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. They supercool this metal to absolute zero. And then they put an electric current through this piece of metal. And because it's super cold in an absolute zero environment, which means there's nothing affecting it, nothing observing it, nothing causing a reaction or anything, it creates a 1 and a 0, or a current that not only goes clockwise but counterclockwise at the same time. A 1 is a yes and a 0 is a no, essentially, when you're talking in binary code. Okay. Now, they take that effect when they get that 1 and 0 and manipulate it to where it happens at the same time, and are able to basically predict anything that they put in. Like if they want to know, for example, what's the best way to make this type of medicine, they put it into the quantum computer, and the quantum computer spits out thousands, if not 100,000s, if not millions of simulations ran all at the same time within the matter of a millisecond. And it'll give you the definite answer of here's the best way, and here how to apply it, and here's what's going to happen when you apply it. And basically anything and everything it could tell you, like an artificial intelligence. Now, when the creator of the quantum computer came out and he did a TED talk and he was trying to get people to fund it and understand what they're doing, he actually says that they want to reach into parallel universes or timelines and take the resources from those timelines and bring them into ours. Okay. Now, if you're messing with other timelines and realities, and see, it sounds so sci-fi and it sounds so unexplainable in the normal person's world or reality or perception, because this is such an unfathomable concept that really nobody pays attention to it, because of the fact that it's just, even the scientists working with quantum computers don't know what they are doing. Like, they're just barely understanding what this quantum computer can do. But at the same instance, that's the thing, is what is it doing in the background that they don't know? And is it causing these quote unquote Mandela effects or quantum effects or things to happen? Who knows? But this was just my basest introduction into the Mandela effect. And I'm going to be doing more videos after this of examples of discussions, people having near-death experiences basically before they start studying the Mandela effect. Like, it will be in their life and they will like see the videos and see them pop up, but they don't really want to look into it. But then a near-death experience happens in their life, and then bam, they're on it and they start studying it. And it's like, why wasn't I studying this the whole time? It was there, I just didn't want to see it. But because of that near-death experience, I'm finding it causes people to want to open up their quote-unquote realities. But again, this is chaotic news. I just wanted to do this video to, get an introduction. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to give me some maybe examples or things that you've had in your life that just you don't understand that might be a Mandela effect. And did you have a near-death experience before you started watching this video? What made you watch this video? Etc., etc. Much love. Be safe out there. And as always, it's chaotic news.